And we're live.
Good morning, and welcome to the Pete Braley Show. This is show number 200. Great guy. That's my son, Matt.
That's me. Good morning. Thank you for being here. It's a pleasure. Good morning. Happy Friday.
Thank you for being here. Yes.
Have you not noticed that I haven't moved the mic since you yelled at me that it was blocking the word show?
I did not yell at you. I thought it was my microphone, and I made the statement, oh, it's your microphone.
No, this is what happened. He goes, oh, yeah, no, so it's you. Oh, yeah, no.
Would you move it back you're not...
At least I didn't block your name.
I know
I just blocked the word show. I mean, they're watching the Pete Braley Show.
Don't put it... We don't want to see your hat. We want to see your lovely face.
No, I have the shadow over my eyes.
Thank you for choosing us. Our goal is always to start your day off on a positive note. So if you like what we do, please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss any future shows. We're on YouTube Friday mornings at 8 o'clock, but you can also find us wherever you go for your favorite podcasts. Coming up today, the top 10 dog names for 2022 have been announced. Am I the A-hole is back. Who's going to win the World Series? Well, definitely not these guys, but we have some thoughts for you, some predictions. And, of course, the Stumpah is back, Feel Good Friday, Foodie Friday, and a lot more. But good to be with you. Sorry we weren't here last week. This guy was all not upset, but he was very apologetic. He was like, I'm sorry, I just can't, I can't do it. And I thought, at the time, after 232 shows, you've never missed a show or complained, so it's okay.
I couldn't get out of bed is the real reason there was no show is because I physically could not get out of bed.
He had a bulging disc in his back.
Yes. I think it's still slightly bulged, probably.
Oh, is it?
I don't know the diagnoses.
How do you feel today?
Sore, but I can move. I was able to get out of bed, so that's why I'm here. Last
week, I hear his alarm go off just about the time I get up, and his alarm went and it kept going. And normally he doesn't do that. Normally he'll hit the snooze or whatever, but it kept going, and I knew his back was sore because when we went to bed Thursday night, the show was in question.
Yeah, we weren't quite sure.
So I knew he was sore, and all of a sudden I'm thinking, he can't roll over and turn it off.
I couldn't. Rolling over was like this very strategic, how do I do this? Would dislocating my shoulder be less painful than turning the normal way? So I was trying to figure everything out. But yeah, I couldn't move, so I do apologize. But yeah, I couldn't get here.
And
my mom had to help me out of bed.
Yeah.
And she put my shoes on that day. So it was a rough day.
Yeah.
It was a rough day. We're on the mend, though. Yes. I got dancing to do this weekend.
That's right. Kat's wedding is tomorrow. And we actually, if we hadn't postponed the show last weekend, we probably wouldn't have a show this weekend.
Right, because it's a busy weekend. Yeah. It is a really busy weekend.
We've got the anniversary. Anniversary.
It's already their anniversary. It's their negative 1 day anniversary. Shout out, Kat and Josh.
Yes.
Happy.
Yes. The rehearsal is today.
Yes.
So we have to be at the church this afternoon, and then the rehearsal dinner.
Right.
And then tomorrow, Matt and I have hair and nails at 7 a.m.
It's tough. Yeah. It's a tough life.
Wait. The women have hair and nails.
Right. Although I think I could definitely slide in there. I have long enough hair where I think I should.
You could.
I think I could slide in.
Maybe you could.
And not nails. Nails was yesterday.
Nails were
You're
yesterday.
all over the place, man.
I know.
Let's get this.
I'm out of shape. I haven't done the show in 2 weeks.
I know. I was feeling right before the show. I mean, first off, the show was on private. I was like, why is no one here yet? Like we at least have a couple people here, but the show is private. No one could see it. It's all fixed.
Okay.
All fixed. Yep.
So, big weekend coming up, and we have to bring Charlie to the kennel today.
It's very sad.
Yeah. Because the problem we were facing was anyone who would watch the dog for us is going to be at the wedding.
Yep.
So we had no one to watch the dog. So
yeah. Plus, I mean, in the family, we have 6 dogs, like between us and Kat and Josh and Josh's parents. 6 dogs. So it's like... some dogs we're going to have to go to a kennel, so all of them are going.
We have 6 dogs checking into a kennel at 10:30 this morning.
They're running the kennel. Like this squad they now own this kennel. Yeah.
Anyway, so we do have a show for you today, and I'm glad you're feeling better.
It'd be awkward if we had an intro and we're like, by the way, no show today. That's a wrap.
That's it. Got to go.
Thank you for coming.
I got things to do.
Yep.
But it was funny. Last weekend, you did ask me, if I had ever had a bulging disc in my back.
Right.
And that's probably the one thing I haven't had. So I don't know what it feels like.
Well, I came home in so much, because that day I went to the chiropractor. I came home in so much pain. I was like, Dad, have you been through this? And you were like, nah, sorry.
Not that one.
One thing I haven't. I did have to, it was quite funny. I had to call you to walk upstairs and put a blanket over me.
Yes.
I physically, my back was spasming so bad I couldn't do it. I was like, it's just kind of funny. I got to call you with the back problem. You're the one with back problems.
I got back problems.
I had to call you to come help me put a blanket over myself.
So, I haven't had a bulging disc or anything like that. I've had, ironically, I used to be 6 feet tall, and now I'm 5'9", and that's because the cartilage in my back it shrunk. You know. So, but there's been some pain, discomfort with that,
right.
But never a bulging disc.
What's funny too is I went to the chiropractor, and I don't know their official term, but like the tech, I guess, the first person before the doctor comes in.
Okay, right.
They asked me, they were like, "Has your dad ever been here?" And I'm like, I feel like he probably has. I mean, he goes to a bunch of doctors.
I didn't go to that. I went to another
different
chiropractor who has since retired. So,
gotcha.
Yeah.
So I was surprised. I was like, probably, but I don't know.
So
yeah.
The goal was to get him in shape to, got to do some dancing.
Yeah,
tomorrow night.
I'm not at like I'm not. You will not see me break dancing, doing the worm or anything like that. I'm all. The chicken dance, probably. I don't. Do you do the chicken dance at a wedding?
I don't know. We have Scott Bernice DJing our wedding,
right?
And I don't think Scott unless
no
it's
chicken dance
unless it's requested.
I might have to request it. That's been the joke at the chiropractor. Was every time I went in, he's like, "Did we think we're at chicken dance level?" And I was like, "Well, I haven't tried yet." But
I'm just kind of.
So there I am at the chiropractor.
I'm.
No pain still. All right, get on the table.
I'm picturing you doing the worm and not being able to get up afterwards.
I don't know if I think right now I could probably get up from the ground, but if I did the worm, I just have a feeling the disc would then bulge again,
pop right out,
and then not be able to get up.
Fly around the banquet hall.
Ma, can you help again?
It is Friday, October 7th. Welcome to National Chocolate Covered Pretzel Day. Oh, yeah.
That's the real reason we postponed. We were just waiting for this day.
Waiting for this day, yeah. It's National Frap Day. Fraps typically are blended drinks made with either coffee or espresso, then topped with whipped cream.
And it's different from a milkshake.
Yes.
Two different things.
Yeah. It's National Bathtub Day today. Hooray. It's National Inner Beauty Day. Recognize your inner beauty. It's National LED Light Bulb Day, or Light Day.
Yeah.
National Manufacturing Day, National Body Language Day. Have I talked about this before? About how I am comfortable like doing this, but that sends you the vibe that I don't want to talk to you.
I often do that. It actually happened to me last night. We had some family come over to visit, and I noticed myself sitting there like this, and I was like, "Wait a minute, that's pretty standoffish."
Right,
okay.
that makes me look. But the thing is, I'm comfortable. It
is a very comfortable position. Yeah,
but it's
you need a power pose.
Yes,
have we? I think we've talked about power posing before.
Strike a power pose. They say if you do that every day, it can help you.
There's a science behind it. Yeah,
it can help you.
Confidence.
And finally, today is World Smile Day. Okay. On the Datebook, you got it down.
Yeah.
On the Datebook, it was on this day in 1968, the Motion Picture Association of America adopted the first film rating system. The French Connection, starring Gene Hackman, premiered on this day in 1971. It won the Best Picture Oscar in 1972. Very good movie. If you're looking for one to watch. On this day in 1982, the musical Cats opened on Broadway. It ran for nearly 18 years, winning 7 Tonys and 1 Grammy Award. On this day in 1995, Boston's Fleet Center, now the TD Garden, opened, replacing the old Boston Garden. On this day in 1996, Rupert Murdoch launched Fox News. On this day in 2003, California held a gubernatorial recall election.
Say that word again.
I love that word, gubernatorial.
So good.
Isn't it?
I don't know what does it even mean.
It was a governor's race.
That's great.
The gubernatorial.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Governor Gray Davis lost that recall election, and actor Arnold Schwarzenegger became the governor of California, which still amazes me that happened.
Still amazes me that he wanted to. I feel like that says a lot about I don't know, just being like a movie star or something like that, like wanting to go into politics. It's You really want to change something, I guess. I don't know.
And it was on this day in 2008. I didn't realize it had been this. So that's what, 14 years, right? Spotify launched 14 years ago.
Yeah, not many people use it right off the bat, I don't think.
I feel like I just got on Spotify like 3 years ago.
It's become like that. I actually would love to see like the stats of what's the leading music, because Spotify's like top tier now.
Pandora? Was that it?
Does anybody use Pandora anymore?
Yeah, does anyone?
Kind of fell off.
I don't use that anymore.
That was pretty big, probably around that time, maybe a little bit later. But yeah, it was big because of the stations that you could pick.
Oh, okay.
You could pick the Wiggles station.
Right.
You get very specific.
I would say the James Taylor station. He goes with the Wiggles. So,
priorities.
Celebrity birthdays. John Mellencamp is 71. Vladimir Putin, great guy, is 70 today.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Simon Cowell is 63. That can't be his own hair. Can it?
Well, is it his own face as well?
Yeah, right. And Evan Longoria, the baseball player, not to be confused with Eva Longoria, the actress.
Yep.
Evan Longoria is 37. All right, who do we have in the chat? Oh, a lot of people in the chat.
I know, and I have not been paying attention to it, so this is a lot to read right now.
Uh-oh.
Gail's so happy. I think it's because we're here.
Thank
because
you,
I'm
Gail.
obviously selfish and conceited, so that's why I think that. Abby says, Burr, good morning, guys. What do we got for a temp up there in Canada, basically? I mean, you're right there. Gail says, any snow yet there? Abby said, no, not yet, but a chance of it in the next couple days. That's so crazy.
I was wondering if we should start a snow pool. When
it's going to snow?
When do you think they'll have the first measurable snow?
We should.
At Abby's house.
Now, what define measurable?
An inch.
Okay.
Because I don't consider it dusting.
Do you guys get dustings in Vermont? I don't know. I just imagine that, like, in Vermont, like...
You either get 3 feet or nothing.
It's summer, you're in a bathing suit, and then, boom, 3 feet of snow. Like, it's just... You wake up, like, the next day. Like, that's the change.
I learned something new this week watching the Hunter Braley live stream.
Interesting. He was one of about, like, one people watching.
On Wednesday, this guy goes, are you doing it again this coming Wednesday?
That's the goal, as long as I don't throw my back out doing the worm.
All right, so all of you that subscribe to this channel, please subscribe to Hunter Braley and check out, he'll be doing a live stream on Wednesday. But this past Wednesday, you played a song called, what, Stick Season?
I did, yeah. It was a cover. It's a song by Noah Khan. It's a great song. Look it up.
And I never knew there was such a thing as stick season in Vermont.
Yeah.
And Mom explained it to me that it's the season after the leaves all fall down before the snow gets on the trees.
Because there's just sticks everywhere.
There's just sticks everywhere.
There's no leaves. Just sticks.
I never knew that.
Stick season.
All right.
Yeah, great song. Look it up.
All right.
And thanks for the shout out. You read that perfectly off of the teleprompter.
Thank you.
That was great.
Thank you.
Good job.
You never saw my eyes go back and forth, did
Yep.
you?
Oh, we're in the chat. What's going on? Emily says 365 days until me and Gary's wedding. Look at that.
Yeah.
Come on, a year away.
Same weekend.
Let's
huh?
go.
All right.
What else? Cat's here. Cat says, sure, why not? Let's do the chicken dance. I got to practice now. I do have another chiropractor appointment today.
Yes,
my last time, he was like, hey, let's see you Friday. Let's get you ready for the wedding.
Ready for the wedding.
Let's do it.
Yep.
I expect him after today to say, why don't you come in on Monday, too? Just we can analyze and see how things went. He's going to analyze my chicken dance form just to see if the pain's all gone away. Let's see. Kat says, that's how I stand at work all the time. People say I'm always so serious. It's just the most comfortable way. This or in your pockets is the most comfortable way to put your arms and
Especially
hands.
if you don't know what to do with your hands.
Yeah.
You know?
And hands in the pockets is also kind of rude, right? You're not supposed to do that.
I haven't heard that one, but I do know.
I just
this
remember
one.
like growing, or like when you're walking, you're not supposed to keep your hands in your pockets. I just remember like as a kid, like always getting yelled at for having my hands in my pockets.
Okay.
Teachers, school, don't even get me started.
And I tell you, once you have a stroke, which I don't recommend for anybody, but once you have a stroke in therapy, they tell you not to put your hand, because your arms actually help you balance as you walk.
Right, yeah.
So if you put one hand in your pocket, you're balanced.
All of a sudden turning right all the time. You just can't go straight. You just keep going in a circle. It's crazy. Anyways, we'll get to more chats later.
All right. In the news this week, a California highway looked like a trick-or-treater's dream come true on Monday when a truck crashed and spilled its entire load of candy all over the road. The accident occurred early Monday morning on a highway just north of Fresno. Two trucks collided and candy spilled out of one of them like a piñata. Luckily, no one was hurt. The spill left a huge, sugary mess, which shut down one lane of the highway for a while as crews worked to pick it up. My question is, if you're sent to clean that up, all right, it's your job to go clean up that mess. Does it then become okay to pocket a few of your favorites?
That's a good shout. I mean, it also, are they saving any of that? I mean, it is individually wrapped. So do you think they go through and they're like, oh, this one's clean, this one didn't get run over? Probably not.
Probably
I would
not.
Think, contaminant-wise.
Right.
But I mean, it's still
You
good
can't
candy.
tell me that somebody didn't bring a few home for the kids or sneak a few themselves.
I mean, I'm thinking bring a trash bag and there's your Halloween supply. You don't need to go buy candy.
That's right.
So just give that out. Perfect. Nobody knows it's been on the highway.
By the way,
except, by the tire marks on it. But candy's candy.
We have not done the usual Halloween plan this year in our family.
Yeah.
Usually I start buying a bag of candy Labor Day.
Right.
So every time I go to the grocery store, I buy one bag of candy starting on Labor Day. Mm-hmm. So I'm all set after a couple of weeks. We don't have any candy in the house yet.
Yep.
And it's what, the 7th?
We might have to take out a loan. We'll see.
All right, let's get to the Stumpah. This is the same Stumpah we've had since last week. Really, it's been
to us, to nobody else, but to us, it has been the same one.
All right, question for you today. According to carinsurance.com, only 56% of American drivers can say this. What is it? According to carinsurance.com, only 56% of American drivers can say this. What is it? Let us know your answer in the chat, and we will get to those in just a moment here. Give you a second or so to answer. Don't forget, you can follow our socials during the week. We are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Yesterday was National Coaches Day, so I put a picture up. Back in the day, this guy with short hair.
Young Buck Matt.
It was a meeting.
Babyface Matt.
It was a meeting at the Mound, I think.
Yeah. Skinny Matt.
Skinny Matt.
I went to get my suit yesterday, and the guy fitting me was like, "Well, you've been hitting the gym. You bulked up." I was like, "I'm just getting old. I'm getting fat." And he was like, "No, I don't think you're fat. It's just when you came in earlier, you played baseball. You were a stick." I was like, "Yeah, I was quite the string bean back in the day, but I enjoy burritos now, is what it is."
Didn't you have a high school coach because he was a catcher?
Yeah.
Didn't your high school coach want you to bulk up?
Steak and potatoes. He would say that every time I saw him. Yeah. He always wanted me to bulk up. Look at me now. Now I would like to lose a couple.
You can email us anytime if you have a question or comment about the show. It's the Pete Braley Show at gmail.com. And we do have a voicemail number if you'd like to call, 774-473-9910. If you want to leave a message or a Feel Good Friday or a comment about the show, 774-473-9910.
You can tell you did radio just by that. Just by how you read a phone number, you can tell you did radio back.
And you always do it twice.
Always do it twice, and just the rhythm of it.
You never give
got a rhythm.
Oh, I didn't notice the rhythm.
Yeah.
But you never give it number one, because nobody what was that number? So you always give it twice.
Right.
All right. Let's get to our Stumpah.
Let's do it.
According to carinsurance.com, only 56% of American drivers can say this. What is it?
Gary, first answer, never got into an accident.
No, that's not it.
Not it. Good guess, though. Diane says no ticket.
No ticket. Nope.
Not it. I can't say that. I know Trish can't say that.
My name's not Trish.
Can you say that?
I got one ticket in my life.
Wow. Actually, I might be able technically to say that. Because I got my ticket removed. I didn't have to pay it.
Oh, true.
I don't know how how this would hold up in court, whether or not I have had a ticket in my life.
So did he get a ticket because it wasn't held up?
I showed up and I got it taken off.
I'm still furious about mine, and it happened. Let's see, we've been married 41 years. So
not you and I. We have not been married.
No,
I'm your child. That
Yes,
would be weird.
yes,
I'm concerned.
yes.
Yeah.
Priscilla and Trish and I.
Yes. Oh.
My name's not Trish.
I thought my button broke for a second.
My goodness. We've been married 41 years, so it was probably 42 years ago. We went to the Braintree Mall to go Christmas shopping.
Okay.
And I was driving a Trans Am, and I was 19 years old.
A little bit of a flex right there, but okay.
Well, I just want you to think, a 19-year-old in a Trans Am. So,
Probably
of course,
not a good mix.
The statey sees me and oh, yeah.
He's speeding. Sir, he's in a parking lot. He was. I saw him.
I was on the... well, not the Southeast Expressway. I guess it was Route 20. No, yeah, it was the Expressway. I was on the Expressway, doing 74 miles an hour, which everybody I was in the flow of traffic.
Yeah, I do.
Buddy.
I do hate to break it to you that argument typically does not work.
And it did not.
But everyone else was speeding. Yeah, but I saw you specifically. You were speeding.
All right, back to our answers here. 56% of American drivers can say this. Only 56%. What is it?
Abby says, drive a stick.
No.
Not it. Gail says they've never been in an accident. No. Abby says no speeding ticket. No. Gary says driving with their headlights on at all times.
Oh, no. That's not it.
Not it. I do have to say, crazy times with automatic headlights.
Yes.
It's just so crazy. I don't know how I used to turn my headlights on all the time.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I got a car without automatic headlights, I'd be in trouble. Anyways, moving on. Where did I leave off? Abby says, can parallel park.
No.
Not it. Gary says, never gotten pulled over. No. Mia says, regularly change oil.
Oh, no, that's not it.
Not it. Abby says, always wears a seatbelt.
No.
Always wear your seatbelt.
Yes.
Okay. Message from Trish. I am filling in for Trish today. Always wear your seatbelt. Trish's famous quote is, what's her famous quote? She's never pulled
a dead body
out of a seatbelt.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a paramedic, by the way.
Yeah.
Anyways, always wear a seatbelt. Emily says they own their car without a loan.
Oh, no, that's not it.
Are they a high roller or are they driving like a go-kart? And it was like $3. What's the deal? Gail says know their driver's license number.
No, that's not it.
Does anybody? Do you guys in the chat know your driver's license number?
Wasn't there a time when your driver's license number was your social security number?
Oh, that just seems like a bad idea.
I think that's why it's changed.
That's why it changed, yeah.
But I think there was a time.
Let's see. Abby says perfect payment history.
Oh, no, that's not it.
Not it. Mia says rotate tires as recommended.
No.
That's a good one, though.
Yeah, it is.
Let's see. Gail says never lost their keys. Good guess.
No.
Not it. Abby says know their plate number. No.
No.
Abby says never lock their keys in their car, unlike me at Sydney's wedding. Oh, no.
Oh, that was what, last weekend?
Yeah, not it, but good guess. Abby says have a spare key.
No.
No. Abby says don't drive with pets in their car.
No.
No. Emily says full coverage on their car.
No.
No. Abby says never had a lapse in insurance coverage.
No.
No. Gail says can follow directions.
No.
Abby says have a dash cam.
No.
Gail says know how to change a tire.
No.
Abby says do a hill start.
No.
What's a hill start?
What's the hell start? I was afraid you were going to ask
See, I could tell because you didn't jump on it. You didn't make eye contact.
me. Isn't it? You can roll down the hill
Is it something to do with stick shift, like driving stick?
and pop it. You can pop the clutch as you go down.
Pop the clutch while you're going down the hill. I don't.
I'm squirming here. I don't.
I drive an automatic, so
Okay.
you know.
Yeah.
Let's see. Abby says, I know my driver's license number. What? That's crazy. Mia says, hubby knew his license number when we lived in PA. It blew my mind.
Huh.
Was it like a bet? Someone was like, hey, I bet you won't remember this. Or did he have a reason? That's crazy. Gail says, Gail also knows her license number. Man.
Wow.
Abby says, do a K turn.
No. What's a K turn?
Why do you all know so much about driving that I don't know? Emily knows her driver's license number. Is this something I should memorize? Is that important? Anyways, that's, that's all we have for now.
You know what I'm
Officially
looking up
stumped.
as soon as the show.
I know.
I don't even know what it is.
What is going on? That's
All right.
crazy.
And now remember our rule with the Stumpah is we've cut off answers.
Yeah, no more answers.
So if you are putting an answer in the chat right now,
Then you're dead to me.
you're going to have to put it in again when we go back to the Stumpah.
Right.
Because we don't scroll back.
Right.
Okay.
Moving on.
Time for today's fascinating fact. Did you know that more human twins are being born now than ever before? You get the feeling there are more twins around these days than there used to be? According to a new study in the journal Human Reproduction, the twinning rate has increased by 1/3 since the 80s. It's up from 9 to 12 twins per 1,000 deliveries. Do the math. Currently, that adds up to about 1.6 million twins born each year across the world, meaning 1 out of every 42 babies is a twin. Wouldn't that be 2 out of every 42 babies? Helping drive this is the increasing use of medically assisted reproduction and the delay in childbearing. Twinning has been found to increase with a mother's age.
Interesting.
Fascinating, actually.
Yeah. Oh, yes, it is the fascinating fact.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Time for the most popular dog names. The list came out this week. These are the top 10 most popular dog names for 2022. Coming in at number 10 is a classic. It's been around for decades. That's the name Max.
Yeah, solid.
I bet you know a dog named Max, right?
Yep.
Number 9 is Teddy.
Good name.
Number 8 is Bailey.
Okay. Just like the Pats star quarterback, baby. Bailey Zappi, baby.
Bailey Zappi will be a quarterback again.
We'll get to that later on.
Number 7, top 10 dog names, Cooper.
Oh, such a good name.
Isn't it?
Love that name. Especially the star quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, baby. Cooper Rush, baby. Come on.
Number 6 is Lucy. All right, dog named Lucy.
Yep.
Yeah. Number 5 is Milo. I don't think I know
That's a
Milo.
good name, though.
Yeah.
That's a good name.
Number 4 is Daisy.
Yep.
Number 3 is Bella.
Great name.
You know what number 2 is? Charlie.
Charles.
Studio
Specifically
dog
Charles.
Charlie.
Chahles. Charles.
Yeah. And the number 1 dog name for 2022 is Luna.
Luna.
I don't know any Lunas, do I? Do we?
I don't know if I know them personally. I've definitely heard of, I don't know. So the tough thing is you go on TikTok and I don't know, there's a million pet accounts. I feel like there's some popular Lunas out there. I could be wrong. Just sounds like a solid name though.
Yeah.
I like it.
Turning to baseball, it is time for the playoffs, except for these guys. Horribles. The only reason I'm wearing the hat is because it's my only blue hat.
For me, it's a style choice. I just like the hat.
Now that we know all 12 teams in the MLB playoffs, Las Vegas bookmakers have laid out their odds on winning the World Series. BetMGM has the Dodgers as the clear favorite.
I hope not.
I read this
They're
morning.
always there.
I read this morning they had 111 wins this year.
Wow.
Incredible. The Astros are a second favorite.
Ooh.
The Braves and Yankees are the next choices. The longest shot to win the playoffs, the Philadelphia Phillies.
I wouldn't mind seeing the Phillies win.
Really?
The Phillies or the Mets, I think, would be really cool.
Yeah.
And I think I'll have to go back and watch the episode, but I'm pretty sure you said if it's not the Red Sox, you wouldn't mind seeing the Mets. I feel like that's on record.
Probably.
So good for you. Good for you, past
Thank
Pete.
you. The most favored World Series matchup, by the way, is the Dodgers beating the Astros. And I'm sorry, that would be a boring World Series.
Yeah, I don't want to.
I'm tired of the Astros.
Yeah.
And not just the cheating thing. Just
Mainly the cheating thing.
well, mainly, yeah.
Yeah.
And Jose Altuve, I'm not a big fan.
No, just that home run thing with the shirt. Don't take off my shirt.
There's a rumor that he had some kind of
Vibrating
buzzer,
device
vibrator that
told him what pitch it was.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
and if you haven't seen it, as he's rounding third base after hitting a home run, he's telling his teammates in the dugout,
Don't rip off my shirt.
Don't rip off my shirt. And then he told a reporter asked him.
Yeah.
Good for the reporter.
Yeah.
A reporter asked him why he did that, and he said, "Well, my wife, she didn't want the shirt torn off." It's like,
Your wife doesn't do your laundry. The equipment manager does. What are you saying? You'll get a new shirt the next game. That's how it goes. I don't know.
we'll go right back to the Stumpah after we take a look at football picks and Gary. Doing awesome, right?
Gary, are you cheating? I don't know how you would cheat, but Gary last week got 15 of 16 games.
Yes.
How is that possible? What? I don't know how you would cheat, but did you cheat?
So on the year-to-date standings, Gary has 43 right.
Gary's winning. Yeah.
He even got last night right. And last night was a boring game.
Two teams that I seriously thought, go look at the clip. I literally said I'm afraid of the Colts. I think the Colts are going to be filthy this year. Mm-hmm. They're all so bad. The Broncos and the Colts, so bad. What's good with that? Russell Wilson looks like a third-string quarterback.
The game went
Bailey Zappi looks better, baby. Come on.
The game went into overtime. And the Colts ended up winning, and no one scored a touchdown the entire game.
I think they had 12 points, all field goals. Crazy.
But anyway, Gary with 43 points. Some guy named Pete Braley is second with 36.
Give it time, okay, Peter boy. Well, actually, it's a good time to pull up the 2021 champ crown, baby. Come on. I'll be back. Just give it time.
All right. Let's see. How do I get back to my picks here?
Oh, my goodness.
So, anyway, we both picked the Broncos last night.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay, so. Coming up, we have New York and Green Bay playing in London Sunday morning. I'm going to go with the Packers.
Sorry, Gary. I'm going the Packers as well.
Okay. We have Atlanta at Tampa Bay against Tom Brady. And, of course, the big story is they've both hired divorce lawyers now.
Yeah, but the bigger story, what did Tom say about the league this year?
Somebody asked Tom about because there are a number of 2-2 teams this year.
Yep.
And Tom said that he's pretty sure the reason for that is, what did I call it?
He just hasn't seen a lot of good football.
Yeah, he said that they're playing ugly football.
Tom, look at me. Look me in the eyes. You're also 2-2. You're not playing good football either. I don't know what.
Yeah.
Why would you say that? That's crazy. Anyways.
So anyway, Atlanta at Tampa Bay. I'll take Tampa Bay.
Me too.
All right. Chicago at Minnesota. I'll take the Vikings.
Me too.
Detroit will be at New England, and Bailey Zappi is the starting quarterback.
Baby.
Are you getting a Bailey jersey anytime soon?
Maybe. We'll see how he does against the Lions.
Number 4, by
Bailey
the way.
Zappi. I mean, we could have won that game last week. Let him throw the ball a little bit, Bill. I love Bill. In Bill we trust. But he's too freaking conservative sometimes. There comes a point in the game, you got to attack. You got to go all out. If you don't, you're not going to win. So go all out and try and win. And guess what? He didn't, and we lost.
Do you think it's time for a coaching change?
No.
Okay.
I just think Bill needs to, I don't know, get a little amped up or something. Let the kid throw the ball.
I think the Patriots win this week, even with Bailey Zappi.
Me too.
All right. Houston will be at Jacksonville against the Jaguars. I'll take the Jags.
Me too.
They're playing well.
I'm curious to see how the Jags do this year. They are playing well.
The Chargers will be in Cleveland against the Browns, but I'll take the Chargers.
Yep, same.
All right. Dolphins against the Jets in Jersey. I think the Dolphins will win with Teddy Bridgewater at quarterback.
Hey, he looked good last week, so
Yeah.
I agree. I'm going Dolphins as well.
Pittsburgh at Buffalo. I'll take the Bills.
Same.
All right. Seattle at New Orleans. I'll take Seattle.
Yeah, this game I don't really know. I'm going Seattle as well.
Yeah. Tennessee will be at Washington against the Commanders. They won't win again. I'll pick Tennessee.
Are you saying the Commanders won't win again for the rest of the year?
I'll see how it goes.
Oh, okay. I thought that's why I was like, wow, that's a bold statement. I mean, I don't know if you'll be right or not, but that's bold. I'm going Titans as well.
San Francisco at Carolina. I'll take the 49ers with Jimmy G.
Same. I got a weird feeling the Panthers might win, but I'm going 49ers as well.
Cowboys, who are what, 3-1?
Yes.
The Cowboys.
With Cooper Rush, baby. Backup quarterback.
Is Dak Prescott back this week?
I don't know. I haven't heard.
Okay. Cowboys at L.A. against the Rams. I'll take the Rams, even though they haven't played well.
You know what? We've been pretty identical on our picks, and I do need to come back at some point. So this is going to be the game in which I actually switch. I picked the Rams, but I'm going to switch to the Cowboys.
Okay.
The Rams have not been playing good football.
Philadelphia is undefeated, and I think they'll stay that way. I have them beating Arizona.
Same.
The Bengals will be in Baltimore against the Ravens. Oh, they both have bees in their logo. How cute.
Oh.
I'll take Baltimore.
Yeah, same.
All right. And the Raiders will be in Kansas City. I'll take the Chiefs.
Same. The Chiefs just looked phenomenal last week. Their offense did. Man, they're just scoring points. I'm going Chiefs as well.
That loss of Tyreek Hill really doesn't seem to bother them too much.
Not really. If anything, I mean, they're spreading the ball around more, which is great for, I don't know, football standpoint. Not great for fantasy football, but yeah, it is crazy. I will say the Raiders are the most shocking team this year.
Yes.
They are, 1-3 right now, and quite possibly 1-4. And I mean, they played great football last year.
Yeah.
They added some key players.
Crazy. I just don't think Josh McDaniels is a good head coach.
Josh, why don't you come back home, buddy?
He's an excellent offensive coordinator.
Come back home. We need an offensive coordinator. You need a career change.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right, we'll get to Would You Rather in just a moment.
Where you choose A
or
or
B.
B.
Let's go back to the Stumpah, though, and give you our first hint. According to carinsurance.com, only 56% of American drivers can say this. Our hint, for some of us, this goes back quite a few years.
No elaboration. I can tell that you want to.
So I will stop.
Yes.
I was reading a story yesterday about Pat Sajak on the Wheel of Fortune. Mm-hmm. And Pat is, I guess he's like 75. And they're saying that he's starting to slip a little bit. And one of the things he's done on the show is giving away the answer.
Oh,
And all of a sudden I thought, well, I've done that.
I've done that. So that's not a problem at all. I don't know. When you're specifically a game show, though, that's kind of a problem.
Exactly.
There's real money on the
Yes.
line. You can't do that.
So according to carinsurance.com, only 56% of American drivers can say this. What is it? Our hint for some of us, why do I keep messing that up? This goes back quite a few years. If you typed in an answer before, remember you have to re-enter it.
I was like, are you about to elaborate after I specifically told you not to?
Not to elaborate?
All I can think of is the Office clip when Michael's like, did you cheated on me when I specifically asked you not to?
All right, what
Anyways,
do we have?
Let's see. Where's the first answer? Abby says clean driving record.
Clean driving. No, that's not it.
Not it.
No.
Gail says we remember driver's ed.
No, that's not it.
Yeah. Abby says same insurance company.
No.
No. Gary says are still driving their first car.
Wow. No.
I'd be still driving my Jeep if I could.
What would I have? I'd have an AMC Javelin.
Javelin. I have no clue what that is.
It was orange.
That's something. You don't see too many orange cars. Emily says been with the same company for 10 years. Nope.
No.
Gail says changed a tire. No.
No.
Nope, not it. Diane says properly install a car seat for a kid.
Oh, no,
guess.
that's not it. Yep.
Abby says have kept the same plates. Interesting.
Oh, wow. No, that's not it.
Did they change at one point where like if you had a plate too old, you had to get a new one? Is that a thing or no?
I don't think so.
They probably did at one point, but it was probably like a long time ago.
I think Massachusetts changed its color, right? I think back in the day we had blue letters and numbers. Now they're red.
But like, would you have had to get a new one?
Eventually would get no. You could get the same number, but eventually when you replace your plates, because don't you have to update them every now and then?
I thought you just update a sticker on them.
Sticker, right? I don't know.
I don't know. Abby said have their driver's manual.
No, that's not it.
Abby said have read the manual.
No,
Not it. Emily says kept their license in the same state. That's a good guess.
No,
Not it though.
No.
And I think we're going to call it there. Stumped again.
All right.
Again.
We'll go back to the Stumpah in just a few minutes. Time now to play Would You Rather, where your choices are A or B.
You know, I guess there could be a C, right? Would you rather do this, or this? I guess in some cases.
Okay.
That's not how the game goes, but.
Question number 1. Would you rather never age or never have to worry about money? As someone who has probably spent far too many years worrying about money, I would rather never have to worry about money. Because aging is just, we all age.
I was going to say, yeah, plus we've had questions like this before. Would you want to live forever? I don't know if I would. I'm not completely sure. Loved ones die, you stay alive. Yeah. That would suck.
And I do have a curiosity about what comes next. What's next?
You go and you find out that it's just like, I don't know, a Jets fan party. That's what's next. And you're like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding? This is what I'm stuck in. And then you realize you're in hell. Yeah. A Jets party. Anyways, I'm probably gonna go never worry about money.
Never have to worry about money.
It'd probably be a freedom for you. It would make your life a little bit better, the life that you do live. And then I just don't know about living forever, man.
Yeah,
doesn't sound fun.
Anyone else? Put your answers in the chat, and if we don't get to it now, maybe we'll bring it up during the post show. Number 2, would you rather be able to speak any language you wanted or play any instrument you wanted?
For me personally, because it would just help, play any instrument I wanted.
I agree. Yeah. I would
making music would just be, you know what would really sound good on this? It's slipping my brain. What's the big African instrument that's long? The didgeridoo.
Didgeridoo.
Yes. Like this song needs some didgeridoo in it. And you
better pick one up and
play it flawlessly. Yeah. Learn any instrument.
I agree. I don't think, it would be nice to speak another language, and we have traveled. So I've been to France and couldn't speak French, but I would rather be able to play any instrument.
Plus the way I look at it too, like I would rather just learn another language. I don't want to learn every instrument. I would just like to just know it.
Yep.
So,
true.
Yeah.
Question number 3. Would you rather be extremely talented at one thing or pretty decent at a large number of things?
This is a tough one.
Yeah, it is. It is. I'm thinking I would rather be pretty decent at a large number of things, because then you'd have so many options.
Right. Right. But I'm thinking extremely talented at one thing. We'll see that. Like, do you get to like that thing? You know what I'm saying? I would think you probably get to choose what that one thing is.
Yeah, right.
I think I'm gonna.
We might something to ponder.
I don't want to choose A or B.
Or B.
I wanna. My
C.
my back just. You guys see that?
You want to see?
Just hurt a little bit.
You want to see?
I think I'm gonna go extremely talented at one
Really?
thing. I just think if you could choose that thing, like you could extremely talented. Like I'm thinking. I don't know. I just watched the Queen's Gambit. I have this chess obsession going on.
Yeah, now
Like-
he's playing online chess now. and-
Hey, we all need our hobbies. I just picked up another one. Anyway, and I'm not that good at it yet, so it's really frustrating. I think I'm going to go extremely talented because, like, if you could pick chess and just dominate, like that could be your life. I just think that would, like, being like obsessed and super talented at one thing. I think would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
It's probably not.
All right.
It would probably lead to, like, I don't know, many problems. Like in Queen's Gambit, she had a drinking problem, drug problem. Not great.
Couldn't handle it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go extremely talented.
Question number 4, and this one is I wish there was a C with this. Would you rather be half your height or double your weight? Now, what am I? I think I'm like 205, so I don't want to be 410 pounds.
Yeah, I mean, just health wise.
So half your height. I'm 5'9", but let's say 6 feet. Do I want to be 3 feet tall?
It'd be a tough life. I think I'm gonna go half height as well.
I think half height.
Yeah, just health wise, probably a little bit healthier to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And question number 5, would you rather clean the same mess in the kitchen every day or not be allowed to clean up the mess at all? Well, we kind of have the same mess in the kitchen. I mean, you cook and you have a mess. You clean it up, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I could not live if I couldn't clean up the mess.
True.
Right?
True. Like if we're talking like a stain of tomato sauce for the rest of your life, that'd be really annoying.
Right.
It would be kind of annoying having to clean up as long as it's not like, I don't know. What comes to mind when once in elementary school, I wasn't a big breakfast eater. I didn't like eating breakfast before school. So I would have like a breakfast shake kind of thing. And I just remember one time being the clumsy child that I was, I spilt the breakfast shake, and we're talking like a thick chocolate shake, spilt it all over the kitchen, down the cabinets, over the floor, crazy. And funny enough, I don't know if she watches the show, Jessica. We had a family friend, actually Kat's friend.
Yes.
Who, I think Kat had like maybe band practice or something. We used to all walk to wood school together. But Kat had, I think she had like band practice. So it was just me and Jessica like came to pick me up, and I had to clean up this mess. She helped me because it was right before school. Wow. Massive mess. So that's the type of mess I think of. If that was the same mess I had to clean up every day, I'm choosing the other one. But I don't think it is, so I'm going to say the same mess every day.
Yeah, I would go
Sorry
with that.
for the tangent. I still picture that in my mind sometimes. Very scary.
Really
Massive chocolate shake just everywhere.
Scarred you for life.
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah. Crazy.
All right. Well, that's Would You Rather for this week.
Where you choose
A.
or B.
Or a B.
Yeah. And you could choose A or B and get to hear random stories. That's what Would You Rather is.
We'll get to the Stumpah in just a second, but first,
This is it must be a very serious topic for the throat clear beforehand.
one of my pet peeves.
Oh, it is a serious topic.
One of my pet peeves. This came up in a discussion this past week, and I thought I got to talk about that because this. Is it really so hard for people to return a text? Now, does this happen to you?
I feel like you're subtweeting me right now.
You send someone a quick question, and then you wait hours for a simple reply. Now, I'm not talking about an in-depth conversation. I mean, like you're trying to make plans, and you ask somebody, when are you getting out of work? Mm-hmm. And then it takes hours for them to get back to you.
Dad,
What?
they're at work. That's why they didn't respond. They were doing their job.
But it's also happened when people are not.
You just picked a very specific example in which they might not be able to respond for a while.
I mean, many times you're talking about maybe taking 10 seconds to type maybe a 3-word reply. Mm-hmm. Instead, they leave you hanging all day.
See, I feel a little bit attacked. I don't know when this happened in my life. I used to be the instant texter. Like, if you needed something from me, I'd get right back to you. I used to be in your shoes.
I would tend to think that's what I do, but
I don't know what happened in my life. I don't know when it happened. I don't know what caused it. I'm not a great texter anymore.
Really?
People will text me, and sometimes I don't know, my brain's like, I just can't handle that text right now. And the question's like, hey, Matt, what do you want for dinner? But like, I'm like, I can't handle that question right now. So I just like put it off to the side, and then I forget everything. Like, I have the worst short-term memory of anything. I have a great long-term memory, the worst short-term memory ever.
okay.
You know this because you always ask me to do things, and I always forget to do them.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it is, but I'll take forever to, and it's totally accidental. It's kind of a little bit on purpose in the beginning when I say I'll get to that in a second, and then I completely forget. So,
But does anyone else have that problem?
you know what bugs me though? My pet peeve. One of my pet peeves. When somebody texts you,
Yeah.
they're like, "Yo, hey, quick question." You're like, "What's up? What can I do for you? How can I help you?" And then they don't respond.
Oh, yes.
And you're like, well, now my mind's racing. Like, is
What do they
everything
want?
okay? Are we friends anymore?
something serious
And then
going
they
on?
end up texting you, and they're like, I don't know. Do you want to play video games tonight? I don't know. But it's that bugs me when you text someone, or when someone texts you like, hey, quick question or whatever, and then they don't respond.
So one of my pet peeves, I don't know if you can relate.
Gary agrees.
Gary
Says
agrees?
I couldn't agree more. Yep. Yeah. Abby says, quickly goes to text to make sure I answered him the other day. Literally. Yeah. I'm sorry. If that was me,
No,
I'm sorry.
No.
It was me.
It wasn't
It was
you.
probably.
It wasn't you.
It was probably.
Yeah. All right, let's go back to the Stumpah.
You want to know what my other pet peeve is? And I'm sure all my folks that live with their parents can relate 100%. I live with my parents, love them dearly.
Here it comes.
They cook dinner, which is amazing. Love it. And sometimes I'm upstairs working or whatever, and they'll text me like, hey, it's dinner time.
Right. I know where you're going with this.
Sometimes I'm like reading a book or something, and like I'm just trying to finish the chapter. And then they start yelling. They're, Matt, we said it's dinner time. Where are you? Matt, it's dinner. I get a call. Matt, it's dinner time. It's like, guys, I know. I just had half a page left. I was just going to read it real quick.
It's like common decency. You know, you don't want to start eating until everyone's at the table.
From this point forward, you have my permission
okay.
to start eating. Yeah.
I thought you were going
But
to
it,
say.
it happened the other night when you guys texted me it was dinner, and then you guys have this new obsession, which please stop doing it. You send Liam to come get me for dinner. I love the kid dearly, but he doesn't give up. Like, he came upstairs the other day. Uncle Matt, it's dinner time. Uncle Matt, it's dinner.
You're not moving fast enough.
And so he comes to my room, and I was like, okay, I'm just finishing up some work real quick. I think I was like editing a video. I was like, I'm almost done. Tell them I'll be there in a second. He goes, nope, it's dinner time. He's like, I was sent up here to get you, and I would rather die than go downstairs without you for dinner.
Yeah.
But yeah, what did you think I was going to say?
I thought you were going to say, because sometimes I'll text him, dinner's ready, and he comes downstairs, and the food's not on the table yet. And, you know, it's because...
One of my pet peeves, because that's true. I did forget about that, but
it's
yeah.
like we finished cooking. We just haven't brought it to the table yet. And
Yeah,
he's
but
like,
sometimes you
"Why'd
text
don't-"
me it's dinner, and there's still like 10. I walk downstairs, I'm sitting there for like 10 minutes. I could have gotten more work done. I could have read another chapter.
God forbid you talk to your parents.
Right?
We can't have that happen.
Nah, we don't need that. That's what dinner's for. I'll socialize with you guys then.
All right, let's go back to the Stumpah. And our question again, only 56% of American drivers can say this. What is it? Our first hint, for some of us, this goes back quite a few years. Our second clue, you might be embarrassed and not want to tell anyone. You might be embarrassed and not want to tell anyone.
No elaboration.
I was just repeating.
I know, but I can feel it. I can sense it. You're a big elaborator. You love it.
You're going to go all Pat Sajak on me. Only 56% of American drivers can say this. What is it? For some of us, it goes back a few years, and you might be embarrassed and not want to tell anyone. Coming up next, we do have the drawing game is back.
Woo!
Well, we need your help, by the way. You have to help us decide what to draw.
We do have to hustle it up because we got a lot to do. We got the drawing game, we got the top five, but we do need to get out of here because we want to see Charles.
Yeah, Charlie's going to the puppy hotel
Yeah.
later this morning, so we want to say goodbye to Charles.
Little kiss on the cheek.
Yes.
Got to say goodbye to Charles.
Okay, so what is your guess here on the Stumpah? Do we have guesses?
Let's see. First answer I have here. Gail says never eaten in the car.
Never. No, that's not it.
You're a psychopath if you've never eaten in the car, because that means that you're great at time management. And who's great at time management? We've all had to eat breakfast in the car before.
I know. I can't think, though, how many times after we cleaned the minivan, we said, that's it, nobody eats in the car.
And then, like, the next day, it's you that eats in the car. Anyways, Emily says a DUI. No, not it.
Not a DUI.
Gail also says drive drunk. Not it. No. Gary says spilled on yourself in the car. No. Not it. Abby says hit and run.
Hit and run. No.
Abby says hit the curb. No. Diane says drive while drunk. No. You guys are all thinking drunk driving. No.
Hey,
nobody.
Not a good thing to do.
No, don't do that. Abby says when it is a four-way stop and no one knows whose turn it is.
No.
Great guess, but no.
I hate that.
Yeah, that is annoying. Abby says spilled food on you in the car. No. Have you guys doing okay? I hope it wasn't hot coffee. There's a lot of Gary, Abby. Like, are you guys okay? Yeah. Not it. Abby says hit the brakes and all your contents come flying up, including your children. Everybody's now in the front seat. Not it. Let's see. Gail says hit a deer. No. Abby says same air freshener for too long. No. So much so that like it doesn't smell anything. You just have a scentless, I don't know, tree hanging on your mirror. No, not it. Good guess though. Gail says hit an animal. No. Gail, are you okay? Did you hit an animal? God, no. I hope everyone's okay. Yeah.
All right.
Anyways, that's all I have. Stumped again.
I hope I have another clue.
You do, I think.
All right. It is time for the drawing game, and we do need your help here. You get to choose what we draw. Yes. And if you are new to the show, welcome. Glad you're here. Thank you so much.
No problem.
This is a game where we simply show our drawing skills. I have none. He has
some.
A little. Yeah, he's a little better at drawing.
I'm really rooting for you here. I feel like if I beat you again, this might be the end of the segment.
Well, I am. How many times have we done this? I know two,
Twice.
at least.
Yeah.
Twice?
Yeah. I'm 2-0. It was a minion. No, 3 times.
3 times.
Yeah, 3 times. A minion. I'm 3-0. A minion, a plane,
and a gnome.
Gnome. That's right.
I am 0 for 3.
You are. But I do think we should give a little bit of a buffer. You have had a stroke.
Okay.
And so I do think
thank you.
You're drunk because it did affect your right hand.
It did.
So
it did.
I think we give you like plus 2 points. You get a 2-point handicap.
I remember when the physical therapist came to that would be the occupational therapist.
Right. So many therapists.
Who goes, everyday things.
Yeah.
When the occupational therapist would come to the house and after we would have our session, he would say, all right, and I just need you to sign the form, basically saying that he showed up and did his job.
Right.
So he would hand me a computer tablet and he'd say, can you sign this? And I would go, well, it's not going to look like, because I couldn't write my name for a long time. So for the long time, it was like, it looked like Petra Barkley or Petra Burkle or something like that. And he was like, doesn't matter.
To be fair, though, it's a tablet. Like, nobody can sign those things.
That's like when people sign the credit card. Does anybody really sign their name?
Hopefully it's never like required. Like I don't actually know the need for it, but like hopefully it's never like, I don't know, a lawsuit thing and you go to court and they're like, is this you? It's like a line.
Well,
yep, that's my line. That's me. That's my signature.
I thought the reason you were signing the thing was that they would check to see if your signature matched the signature on your card, but nobody does that anymore.
No.
So. All right, what should we draw this week?
Yeah, so put it in the chat. There's whatever like the first thing is. Just someone throw something in the chat. What should we draw? I'll go over the rules of the game though. So this is the drawing game, also sometimes known as what the is that. You can fill in the blank. 2 of us, you give us something to draw. We draw it. We have 1 minute to draw.
Yep.
We're not good at drawing. That's
then you decide
who wins,
A or B.
Whose is better. Yeah.
So
this is a good one. Entering fall, approaching Halloween. Gail said pumpkins. That was the first one that popped up.
All right.
Pumpkins.
Let's do it.
Simple and effective.
Now, the first question is, can I open the Sharpie this
Should
week?
we bump it up to jack-o'-lanterns? Or do you want to go just a simple, again? Hey, come on.
That's the end of the show.
That's a wrap.
Thank you.
It's been Pete's journey to Sharpie mastery is what has just happened.
All right, so what were you saying about the pumpkin?
Should we bump it up to a jack-o'-lantern? Should we make it a jack-o'-lantern?
I think we should.
All right, so
not just a
we have
pumpkin.
1 minute to do a jack-o'-lantern. Let me get the ducks to let us know when we're done.
Little quack quacks.
Have you been hearing the accidental duck alarm that I have?
Yes.
All of my alarms are the same sound except for like one of them. It's the ducks.
Yeah.
And so every morning and I don't know which one it is. So every morning it's a surprise. At some point the ducks wake me up.
And the first time that happened, I was sitting downstairs and I'm like, am I hearing ducks?
Pete's like, wait a minute, not the drawing game. Not again on my day off.
I can't handle
He
it.
gets so scared. Okay, anyway, the ducks, we're drawing a jack-o'-lantern. Let me get my Sharpie ready.
All right.
Instantly opens it, no problem at all. Here we go. 1 minute and
Dum, dum, dum.
begin.
Okay.
I think you're at an advantage because I have to start the timer.
Oh, so I get
Yeah, I think you get like a 1 second advantage.
Oh, man. Already, I've got an interesting little jack-o'-lantern going here. We have to get jack-o'-lanterns.
We do.
Something I'm sure Liam will enjoy doing. Liam is my now 3-year-old grandson. Oh, yeah, he had his birthday party. We haven't talked about his birthday.
I know. My back injury really screwed everything up.
By the way, I'll tell you in a minute how he got the back injury.
Oh, that's right. We haven't done that.
Okay, I've got a warp. I'm pretty much done here, and I haven't heard the quacks. Coloring my stem. Have you noticed I'm trying to fill the airtime?
Oh, this guy's going with shading.
Silver.
I didn't think of that.
You didn't think of shading?
No.
Oh, man, he's going to win again.
The ducks have spoken. Pens down.
Love that alarm. Okay, let me see if I can put the cap back on.
I mean, that's normally the easy part.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
I got a little warped here.
You guys get to choose who won. Should we
Ready?
reveal on 3?
What?
1, 2, 3.
Yours.
I think it's pretty close.
I don't know.
You went for the... Funny enough, I didn't tell you, but Emily suggested we draw unicorns. I don't know if you subconsciously knew that. You went with the horn, the horn anyways.
Well, I meant that to be a stem. All right, so
Shannon's chiming in. She says me already. I'm going to put a poll so you guys can vote in the poll. Here's the pictures.
yes.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe we should switch to Pictionary.
I'm looking at 0 for 4. Yeah. I'm looking at going 0 for 4.
I might start like an art career, maybe.
Maybe.
I like doodling. This has made me a fan of doodling. So if there's been any success of this bit, it's been my realization that I thoroughly enjoy doodling.
By the way, I don't know if we've ever mentioned this, but these drawings usually end up going home and being put on the fridge.
I always put them on the fridge. And no one asked me to. I get no permission, and they always end up on the fridge.
Yeah. So, didn't Kat come over the house once and think we had a Liam drawing? Like, no, that's your father.
I said, who do you think drew these? And she said, well, that one's you. And I said, you're right. And then she said, and that one's Liam. I was like, no, that's Dad.
That's your father.
That's Dad.
Yeah, that's your father.
All right, vote in the poll. Let us know who won.
All right, so quickly here, because I told you I was going to do this. How did he get a bulging disc in his back? Well, my future son-in-law, coming Saturday.
I can't wait until this wedding happens because I always do the juggle of like my sister's boyfriend and fiance. Like I go around the names a million times. Yeah.
So anyway, Josh's bachelor party was, we started out with 2 hours of bowling in Westport.
Yep.
Then we went to Rentham. What was that place called?
Supercharged racing or something.
Supercharged Racing on Route 1 in Rentham.
Sounds like an advertisement.
Now, I didn't do this because I can't fit in a go-kart.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get down there. But they did go-karts and they did bumper cars.
Bumper cars where no one else was there, like in the bumper car thing, except for like our group. So like, we were going all out.
And somebody nails you from behind, right?
Josh's dad.
So we think that's when the disc...
Maybe.
Yeah.
See, because the crazy thing is that happened on a Saturday. Monday and Tuesday, I was in a little bit of pain, just kind of sore.
Right.
Wednesday, I did my live stream concert.
Yeah, you were fine.
I was fine. I felt great on Wednesday.
Right.
Thursday, I woke up, a little bit of pain. Thursday night, a lot of pain. Friday, could not move. So it was kind of crazy. I don't know when the disc officially bulged.
Yeah.
But it was at some point. Yeah.
All right, the Stumpah, we'll get back to that in just a second. But first, time for the top 5 list, which we have to do this week.
Yes.
Because our top 5 list is the top 5 songs you don't want to hear at a wedding.
Come on.
All right. Josh and Kat getting married Saturday. Top 5 songs we don't want to hear at the wedding. My number 5 is Highway to Hell by AC/DC.
Yeah. See, you worried me for a second. You like songs we don't want to hear, as in like, are they just annoying? Or I more so went on like they don't fit the day.
The lyrics.
Good.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad
Yep.
we're on the same page here. My number 5 is Beer Never Broke My Heart by Luke Combs. I mean, it's a great song.
It is. I don't have that
Lyrics
one.
don't really fit.
Right,
Yeah.
right. My number 4, songs you don't want to hear at a wedding. I still haven't found what I'm looking for by U2.
Yeah. Yep. That would be awkward. I went with Forget You by CeeLo Green, which is, in reality, the title is F You, you know.
F You,
But
yeah.
yeah, Forget You.
My number 3, Jay Giles Band, Love Stinks.
Yep.
Don't want to hear that at your
Yep.
wedding. Yeah.
I have It Wasn't Me by Shaggy. You saw me banging on the sofa. It
wasn't me.
Yeah.
I forgot about that one.
Yep.
Number 3, Bon Jovi, You Give Love a Bad Name.
So I hope I don't get like hate for this, but the version I always remember is from American Idol. You remember Blake Lewis
Yes.
from American Idol? It was like
Yes.
a beatboxer singer. I always remember like the you give love a bad name. You give love. That's what I always remember when I hear that title. Yeah, it's a good one though. My number 2, Before He Cheats, Carrie Underwood. Yeah.
And my number 1, again, these are the top 5 songs you don't want to hear at a wedding. My number 1 is She Drives Me Crazy. She
Probably
drives me
probably
crazy.
not great.
Yeah.
My number 1 is I Will Always Love You by Dolly and Whitney. Because I learned, actually through this segment, I did some research on kind of what songs don't fit.
Right.
That song's actually about a breakup, I believe it is.
Is it?
I think so, yeah. Like kind of saying like, you know, I will always love you.
Okay.
Should we analyze this now? Should I look up the lyrics? I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Buy me some time.
All right.
Do you have any honorable mentions?
No, I do not.
I have
know.
a couple.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Go Your Own Way by Fleetwood Mac.
Oh, yes. Yeah. That was one I came across when I was also doing some research.
Okay, why is this the one time like Google doesn't give you the lyrics? You know what I'm saying, guys?
By the way, I'm not seeing the results of your poll, but I am seeing.
Okay, the intro. If I should stay, I would only be in your way, so I'll go. But I know I'll think of you every step of the way. It's a breakup song.
All right.
So it's like you think it's like very romantic, but it's not. It's sad.
Didn't you tell me recently that there's a song that people think is a great wedding song, but it's about a guy who goes to a wedding? Like he's in love with the woman, but she marries somebody else.
Well, I mean, Thomas Rhett's married. What's the song called?
I think
Is it
I'm gonna marry
Me?
you. No?
Oh, wait, no, that's the Bruno Mars song.
Right. Okay.
That one did make some of the lists that I found, but mainly because it's about like just doing something stupid.
Okay.
Like kind of like just, hey, we're looking for something dumb to do. So it doesn't. I don't know. It's not. I don't think it's necessarily the worst. But yeah, Thomas Rhett's. I think it's "Marry Me." Is it "Marry Me"? What's the song called?
I think it's
What's
"Marry
the
Me."
exact title?
I think it's "Marry Me."
"Marry Me." Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, he goes to the wedding. He's not actually the one that gets to marry her.
I know, but everybody thinks, "Oh, what a great song for a wedding."
Yeah, he's done a lot of interviews where people were like, "Hey, I want to use your song at my wedding," and he's like,
"No, you
don't do that.
No,
That's not the point of it."
By the way, it appears you won yet another drawing game.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't gonna say it, but I just think it's fun seeing us draw something.
71%.
71%. I mean, you got 28%.
I got
That's solid.
I got the sympathy vote.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Mia said, "I'm glad this is the direction we went in. I was ready to be personally attacked for having cliche songs at my wedding." I was worried we were gonna have completely different lists. Like yours was gonna be like the cha-cha slide. Like I'm over it. Let's stop with the cha-cha slide.
No more.
No, but Harry says honorable mentions. All My Exes Live in Texas by George Strait. Yep, solid. I also had Mamma Mia because from Here He Goes Again, Mama. And I think it's about a guy like cheating but still wanting to be with him.
Gotcha.
Yeah, another just the message just isn't ideal for a wedding.
Look at the lyrics. You know?
Yeah, Abby says Rihanna unfaithful hinder. Wait, is that the name of it? Yes. Carrie Underwood says Lips of an Angel. Carrie Underwood. Before He Cheats. Wait, I'm confused. Okay, Rihanna unfaithful. Abby, you gotta. Organization is key here. Rihanna unfaithful. Hinder Lips of an Angel. Carrie Underwood before he cheats. Usher Confessions. Panic at the Disco. I write sins, not tragedies.
Okay. Whew. Punctuation.
Normally this job is
Very
easy,
important.
except when it comes to the chat, man. Like, come on, Abby. Punctuation.
I have a couple of friends on Facebook who just they have run-on sentences and there's no punctuation, no capital letters, and you're like,
I don't hate social media posts that lack grammar as long as I can read it.
right.
Like, as long as it flows fine, I don't mind it all that much.
Yep.
But yeah, that is annoying. And Gary says Tainted Love. Another song.
Good choice. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Gary says, and definitely don't play Gold Digger by Ye. Yep. Another song.
All right. So that's a list I'll give to Scott Renish before the
Yes,
show.
good idea. Good idea.
Saturday, yeah.
Although I'm sure he has his own list.
Let's go back to the Stumpah. Okay, we got to get a winner here.
Yes. Agreed.
Okay, I thought a clue was missing.
There was a pause. I was like, am I supposed to say something?
Our question, 56%, only 56% of American drivers can say this. What is it? The clues we've given, for some of us, this goes back quite a few years. Clue number 2, which I'm trying to remember from memory, is...
I got it. You might be embarrassed and not want to tell anyone.
All right, and what do you have for number 3?
Number 3 is something that not everyone has accomplished.
Okay. Yeah.
That's hint number 3.
Something that not everyone has accomplished.
Yes.
So
If you like the hints, I decided to keep them. If you hate the hints, they're all Pete.
I wrote them.
You
Yeah.
wrote all the hints.
All right, coming up next, we will quickly get to Am I the A-Hole, and we have Feel Good Friday coming up before we get to Foodie Friday. As we said, we need to get home to say goodbye to Charles before he goes to the pet hotel.
I'm so confused. Gail says, can you cook, crack, and clean crabs? Is this a grammar thing? I'm like, where does this, what did we talk about? Can you cook, crack, and clean crabs?
Is that meant for us? that comment?
Were you asking someone else, or are you having crabs for dinner? What's going on here?
Yeah.
Anyways, Abby says, got caught jamming out at a red light.
No, that's not it. No.
Not it. Gareth says, driving longer than 3 hours.
No, that's not it.
Nope. Emily says, driving without a license. Good guess.
No.
Gail says it's a punctuation thing because there's no punctuation. Can you cook, crack, and clean crabs?
So is she saying, can you cook and crack crab, or can you cook crack?
Oh, can you cook, crack, and clean crabs? I get it.
Gotcha.
Got me. Because at first I was like, that doesn't relate to the Stumpah at all, Gail. What is going on? Where did I leave off? Emily says, failing the driving test.
Failing the driving test is right.
Bang.
Congratulations.
That's what I'm talking about.
Only 56% of Americans pass their driving test on the first try.
Yes.
Ironically, it says women were slightly more likely to pass than men.
Why is that ironically? Putting you on the spot.
Why is that?
Oh, take the word ironically out of there.
Yeah, I guess you should, but...
Damn it, Pete.
What?
How disrespectful.
I'm sorry. Ladies, I apologize.
Call them out. I got you back, ladies.
And by the way, true confessions, we both failed our first driver's test.
Yes, thank you. I think this is my first public announcement of that. I think even my siblings might not know that.
When you told me, I was like,
Yeah.
really? But then I must have known. But
Yeah. I think you and Trish were like the only ones that knew for a long time.
my situation was it snowed the morning I was going for my driving test. So my driving teacher called me and said, I'll pick you up an hour early and we'll go through how to drive in snow. I was like, really? We should have postponed it.
My situation,
And-
I wish I... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Just to finish, I did the whole thing. I did the 3-point turn. I did all the... I remembered all the signals and everything. When I'm pulling up back at the registry, I'm going to park in front of the registry. I hit a patch of ice, slid into the curb, and the instructor tore up the paper in front of me.
That's just mean. Like, that's just, that's just straight up mean.
So I had to go back, whatever it was, I don't know, a month later,
Yeah.
a week later.
Mine, I wish I had a good excuse like that. It was a beautiful day. I just I did everything flawlessly. The parallel park, which I nailed, like in my classes, like my lessons,
Right.
nailed. I was always solid.
Yep.
My piece of advice to anyone else: leave yourself a little bit of a buffer because they do let you adjust it a second time.
Oh,
I was
okay.
just so confident in my parallel parking abilities. I just right in, and it was a really low curb. So like I didn't even know I hit it, to be honest, until at the end of the test. He was like, "So I'm gonna have to fail you because you did hit the curb on your parallel park." And I was like,
What?
"This was after so many flawless driving lessons." The driving instructor was like, "You got this all day. I'm not worried about you at all." And then I failed. Huh? How did I fail? But yeah. It's funny how in high school that's the most embarrassing thing. Like you don't want to tell
I was
anybody.
crushed.
Yeah,
I was crushed.
But now it's like I've been driving for so long. It's like clear. I mean, I feel like I'm an okay driver now, so I'm just gonna. Yeah, but I did fail.
Anyone else? You want to admit to it?
I went back like a week later though and passed it flawlessly.
Yeah.
But yeah, my friendly advice: if anybody's going for their driver, just give yourself a little bit more space. Don't try and be precise because you might hit the curb, and they do let you adjust it a second time.
And it's funny, looking back on it now. I mean, I'm 61 now. Looking back to when I was 16, I was devastated.
Same.
And it's like, you look back on it now and you're like, I went back a week
I've been
later.
driving for a while.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter anymore. But yeah.
Time for Am I the A-hole? A guy took to Reddit's forum for advice about his coworker. This one's interesting. He says he doesn't want to go out and eat with her anymore because of how rude she is to the servers. Now, if you're thinking, well, what's the big deal? The problem is they're on the road together a lot for projects, so it's not easy to avoid, right? If you're traveling with someone, you probably meet them for dinner and stuff. He says whenever we go out to eat, she turns into a mega Karen and can be really rude toward the waiters and staff. His name is, he goes by the name of Sam. He says she always sends stuff back for no reason or for the dumbest reasons and is always demanding a discount at the end because she had to send stuff back or she demands additional items. He continued, I always just stare at my plate because I'm kind of embarrassed. And no joke, this happens at every meal when we go out to eat. I told her I wouldn't be joining her for dinner anymore, and she asked why. I avoided it, but she waited. She wanted an answer, and I told her that her behavior was embarrassing. She got really mad, and our work relationship is now strained. Not surprisingly, most comments were, no, you are not the a-hole.
No, yeah.
So,
That's just a sucky position to be in because that's not okay. You can't just be nice. Why?
Yeah.
Why? And why is it always food? Why are people so protective about like their food rights? They're like they go to a restaurant and they think like I'm the queen. I'm now the queen. You need to serve me. Like no.
Have you ever gone out to eat with someone who's like that? They're very rude.
Luckily,
to the
I
staff.
have not. Luckily, I have not.
I can't think of. I mean, I did have an uncle who has since passed away, but I did have an uncle who was like that. When he went out to eat, he wanted everything perfect, and if it wasn't, he would tell him.
Yeah.
And I remember I was a kid at the time, but I can remember sitting at the table saying, I just want to go under the table and hide.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never sent food back. I feel like in some cases maybe you could send food back. Like if I don't know, if you specifically ask for no tomatoes and they put tomatoes, but just be nice about like, hey, I'm sorry, but there's tomatoes on here. Do you think you can maybe take this back and get those off or something like that? But just the people that like get the food and they're like, this is medium. I requested medium well. Like, there's no need to be that mean.
Yeah.
And also, I'm just not that picky. Like, I would eat the medium steak. Like, it's not that big of a deal. But what an awkward situation to like have to, because you're working together on this.
Are we all in agreement? He is not the a-hole?
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah.
All right. Time for Feel Good Friday. And again, as we said, if there's ever something going on in your life that you would like to celebrate, share with others, just let us know. Either through the...
I do have one from Diane.
Oh, do you?
She says, Feel Good Friday for me originally happened last Friday, but because Matt was a wimp and called out sick because of a back injury. What a noob. No, she didn't say that. But
I was going to say, that's a little harsh for Diane.
No, but the Feel Good Friday, she said, my parents went unscathed through the hurricane in Tampa, but I really feel for the loss of those in Fort Myers. Again, yeah, we were going to talk about that too last week, but of course Matt was a piece of crap and canceled.
No, you weren't.
A little bit.
But
yeah, no, that is great to hear, first off. But yes, shout out to anybody that was affected because it was a lot of damage, a lot of flooding, craziness.
Yeah. Feel Good Friday story this week. Speaking of the hurricane, when 7-year-old Dominic DeAndre, who lives in Indiana, learned what was happening in Florida because of Hurricane Ian, he had lots of questions. He's 7. He asked his mom, Jacqueline, questions before he went to school. He had more questions for Jacqueline when he returned from school. And then he made an important decision. Dominic wanted to give all the money that was in his piggy bank to help those in need in Florida. Jacqueline was a proud mom, and she posted a video of Dominic on social media. Well, the video went viral and led to even bigger things. People in the community donated so many supplies that Jacqueline was able to load up a U-Haul truck and drive it to Fort Myers from Indiana. There's still work to be done, so Jacqueline and Dominic are still in action. They're still gathering donations and setting up a supply station in Florida. And it all started with a simple conversation as Jacqueline was driving Dominic to school.
That's awesome. So don't get mad at kids when they say why all the time. Pete, okay? Because they're curious.
That was my blog last Sunday, was about how Liam is going through that why stage.
He is. He is.
Yeah.
But in his case, I don't think he's very curious sometimes. I think he just knows it annoys us. Because he's like, can I have some milk? No, we only have apple juice. Why? Because your grandmother didn't buy enough milk? I don't know.
And I will admit that I have reverted to the old answer because I said so.
He did it.
I got tired.
Another Feel Good Friday. Abby says, Sydney got married on Saturday. That's
her
correct.
sister, yeah.
And Ashley's birthday yesterday. So happy birthday, Ashley.
Birthday.
And congrats to Sydney and Kyle.
All right. It is time for Foodie Friday. This week, we found even more varieties of candy corn. Time once again for another Foodie Friday, as this week, well, my daughter Sarah was out shopping and she found even more candy corn.
Great, because the last one went so well.
The last one was the tailgate mix, which tasted like hamburgers, hot dogs, ice cream, fruit punch, popcorn.
That's it.
But it was all pretty much garbage.
All stuff that you really wish was candy corn, for sure.
So what did she find this week?
These are a little bit better. Or at least they sound a little bit better.
Yeah, that's true.
We have Funfetti. There's a picture of a cake. I think it's like Funfetti cake.
Yeah.
The other one is Nerds candy corn, which I'm excited for, because who doesn't love...
You like Nerds?
Who doesn't love Nerds?
All right, so
that's what we got.
I'm ready. Are we gonna...
We have our forks.
How are we gonna stab candy corn?
Well, luckily I have a table, so I'm going to stab it.
He's trying to stab his candy corn.
Got it.
It worked.
Half of it fell off.
You know,
you don't need to stab.
If I stab this, am I going to stab my finger?
Maybe, so let's not.
Okay, let's not.
Okay, I got a broken candy corn here. Cheers. Tap
cheers.
it lightly. Thank you. This is what I'm talking about, Peter. All right, you know what? I'll just do it the old-fashioned way.
Okay.
Now that I'm thinking about it, we should have brought the spoons,
Oh, that's right.
but that's okay.
All right, this is Funfetti, right?
Yes,
Okay.
that's what this is.
Here we go.
Cheers. It was already in your mouth, you son of a bitch. Already better than the tailgate.
I think it's better than the original candy corn.
I think that's a fair statement.
It does have maybe cake frosting taste to it.
Yeah, which is interesting because candy corn is, if I'm correct, fondant. Is it not?
Fondant.
Fondant.
Is that what they call that?
Fondant.
Yeah.
Fondante.
I think I've read that somewhere.
Yeah,
Yes.
so I guess it makes sense that this works.
That's not bad.
I'm going to take my half of a...
Oh, okay. He's got a candy corn and a half.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Are we rating each one?
Yeah. All right, so for the Funfetti, what do you give it?
The Funfetti was not bad. I would... I know I always pick a 7, but I'm thinking 7 maybe.
You and your sevens, man.
7.5.
Oh, because you want to be different.
Because I'm leaning towards an 8. So 7.5.
7.5 from Peter.
Yes.
I'm still not a huge candy corn fan to begin with. Mm-hmm. I think this is okay though. I'm gonna give it a 6.
6.
I think it's okay.
Let's see if you like Nerds better.
I'm excited for this one.
All right.
There's different colors. What color would you like? Let's see if they give us a map.
I see a map on the back. I see
there
a
is a
blue and...
I'm gonna read you the flavors. You tell me what you want.
Oh, okay.
Strawberry shell with strawberry grape inside. Grape shell with strawberry grape inside. Strawberry lemon shell with blue raspberry fruit punch inside. This is so complicated. Blue raspberry shell with blue raspberry fruit punch. Okay, they just flip-flop. Orange shell with cherry watermelon inside, or watermelon shell with cherry watermelon inside.
Just give me something blue, I guess.
Okay. I will say that they have, like, you know how Nerds are like roughly shaped? Like they're kind of random?
Right.
This the same thing with this.
It's roughly shaped candy corn?
Yeah, it's not like the perfect,
Oh,
it's
that's
not like
right.
the perfect triangle.
It's not. No, I don't know if you can see that.
Just to be the same here, I'm going to try the blue as well.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Cheers. Cheers this time.
Okay, before I put it in my mouth.
Yes.
All right.
Here we go.
Here we go.
It's like a giant nerd.
Almost tastes like a sweet tart.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does. No, that's a really good... It's like a soft sweet tart. Like, you know, sweet tarts...
Exactly.
Sweet tarts are chalky.
Yep.
This isn't chalky, but it's like... It does taste like a sweet tart.
Should we try another
Can I
flavor?
interest you in an orange?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, nope, just kidding. A pink one.
Pink one. I was going to say, you know how we've said before with like Oreos and gold. Why do they feel like they have to improve on the original? Not that I'm a fan of candy corn, but
idiots like us.
who will put it on a podcast? Cheers. Pink one.
See, I like these. This is my kind of candy.
Not as much of a sweet tart taste.
A little bit of sour. A little bit of sour in there, too. Like the nerds have. To best describe this, if you took a nerd, blew it up, and made it soft, that's what you got here.
Do you prefer that better than candy corn?
I do.
You do.
I do. Do you want me to go first? You've been going first
Yeah,
a
why don't
lot.
you go first?
Past like 4 or 5 Foodie Fridays you've
You're
gone first.
right. You're right.
It's a little disrespectful.
I'm sorry.
I give it a 8.
You give that one an 8?
I like them.
Wow.
I like them. Yeah. What about you?
Well, see, I gave the Funfetti a 7.5.
You
right?
did.
Yeah.
You did.
I don't like this one as much.
I could tell you wouldn't because it's a little sour. You're not into sour or
Right.
spicy.
I think I'll go with a 6.5.
Oh, just to keep the decimals flowing.
Just to bring it down a little bit, 6.5. So if you have something you think we should try on a future Foodie Friday, whether it's something you've seen online or a commercial for, or...
And if you just look at the range of things we try, I mean, we've tried a shamrock shake, Brussels sprouts, celery, tofu, nerds,
Dana's
candy corn, Dana's brisket.
Yeah.
You know what we should do?
What?
Just because I kind of look for any excuse to get these, we should do a Foodie Friday of Trisha's chocolate chip cookies.
Oh.
I mean, mainly just because
You want some more
I want some more chocolate chip cookies,
Yeah.
but also we talk about them a lot. Let's show
That's
them
true.
off. Yeah.
We should.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe. Write it down.
Well, yeah, I will.
All right.
I will. So if you know of something we should try, let us know. We just might feature it on a future Foodie Friday. And by the way, the guy who commented on one of our videos about how we had the forks to eat air fryer donuts,
Yep.
it's a joke. Like it's just like we weren't going to use it.
That's
for
actually,
the nerds.
that's how I eat donuts every time.
With
With
fork
a
and
serving,
knife.
a serving fork specifically.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, that's how I do it.
That'll do it for today. Thank you so much for joining us. Stand by for a quick post show where we can catch up on.
Quick, though, because we got to see Charles.
We've got to see Charles. So we'll get to that next. But first, we leave you with a thought for the day if you must go. And our thought is the secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. All right. We'll be right back with the post show.
We're back.
Hello.
What's up?
I was talking to someone this week about and I mentioned the podcast, and they said, "Oh, what's your podcast about?" And I was like,
It's a father and a son shooting the shit.
"Yeah, pretty much." I told him, I said, "Well, it's really interesting because I'm 61 and he's 23, so it's interesting that we have different perspectives on things."
Once you become 62 and I become 24, it's just not going to be interesting
It's not,
anymore.
no, the show's over.
Yeah, that's garbage.
So he said, "Well, what things do you talk about?" And I said, "Pretty much everything. I mean, life."
anything.
I said, we do nothing controversial. We don't get into politics or any of that because there's plenty of other places you can go to for that.
Right, right.
And sometimes, who needs that, right? I mean, we just talk about life. So
I'm going to get political.
Oh, are you?
I thought that candy corn was good. I don't, Diane
what-
says yuck, yuck, yuck. 3 yucks. I don't think it deserves it.
Now, Justin's asking who invented candy corn. So
Some
do
psychopath.
you want to look it up?
You can if you want.
I'll look it up.
I'm just going to hate him even more.
You said you wanted to mention Gail.
Gail says, I had an exterminator come yesterday to take care of a bee nest in my living room wall. The bees were swarming until I found where they were coming in. A 3.5-foot snakeskin was found in the basement. Ugh. Nah, I'm out. I'm out of that house. I'm gone. What? Gail, you got to keep us updated, but wow. That's, Abby says, nope, don't like that, Gail. No.
The inventor of candy corn is George Renninger, an employee of the Wonderly Candy Company in Philadelphia. Wonderly, if I'm pronouncing it right, was the first company to sell these multicolored treats made of sugar and corn syrup.
I always knew it was someone named George.
Did you?
Yeah, I just had that feeling. Justin says, I tell you what, sometimes the answer to who won the stump is pretty controversial. 2? 2. I'm like Liam. True. Very true. Liam, sometimes when you ask Liam, like, hey, how's your day going? He says, 2.
How'd you sleep last night? 2. For some reason, that's how he thinks good. 2 means good.
But it's so funny that I almost don't want it to change. Like, for the rest of his life, I want good to be 2. Like, hey, Liam, how was work today? 2. It's pretty 2. It could be on a scale of 1 to 10. 2, honestly.
Did you see the Facebook post from Diane that I was supposed to pass along to you?
I did.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Can you get a shot of this?
Nah.
And this is
oh, wow. That made it worse. Yeah.
It's a giant spider. And the post is, if you're cold, they're cold. Don't worry, though. They're already in the house.
I'm just going to go windows open all winter. Keep it as cold so they won't like my room. They'll be like, nah, not about it. Anyways,
all right, what do we got?
Would you rather?
Back in the chat.
We didn't go to anybody's would you rather. We were very, very selfish and kept it all to ourselves.
Well, we were so, concentrating on choosing A or B.
In other words,
Yeah.
selfish.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where did we leave off? Oh, well, first off, Diane says, which one is she describing here? One of the driving terms that we didn't know?
Oh, right.
When you drive a stick and it's not starting, you have somebody push you down a hill and then you pop the clutch. That's a hill start.
That's a hill start.
Nice.
I know it has something to do with popping the clutch.
Yeah. All right, let's see. The problem is finding when did we do would you rather? What was the first question?
No, I have to.
Oh, here it is. Money or age?
Yes.
Everyone says money. Abby says, I wouldn't mind being old and rich. There you go.
Yeah. Right.
Or comfortable at least. Yeah.
Okay.
And then language or an instrument. A lot of people choosing language, except for Diane. She says instrument because after recorder, I can do nothing. Hey, the recorder's solid, though. Does everyone still know how to play My Heart Will Go On? Did you learn that one or no?
No, I mean, that came out in the 90s, and I went to school in the 70s.
1700s. Yeah, I was singing the same thing.
The 1970s.
Anyways, for me, it's My Heart Will Go On. I could probably pick up a recorder and still jam it out right
We
now.
must still have one in the house, don't we? Maybe?
I don't know.
We'll have to ask Trish.
I don't know. Trish is very into like purging things.
True.
So I feel like the recorders were probably gone a long time ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of people want to learn some languages out here. Abby says, I'll need to know the languages for when I use money and travel when I'm old.
Oh,
there you
okay.
go. Perfect.
Right.
Jack of all trades or being really good at one thing. A lot of people saying decent at a large amount of things.
Yeah, instead of just to be.
I think it's just
top of the game in
a
one
Queen's
thing.
Gambit got in my head. I was like, I just really want to be good at chess. I think that's what it is. I'm just sick of losing at online chess. These people know all these tricks. I'm new. I don't. Although I know one trick, like one strategy.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, but like someone else needs to play into my strategy. If they
do this,
if they
you
go
do that.
yeah, if they go around it though, then I'm noobing it out. I'm just trying to figure out something else. Yeah. If anybody wants to take me on in chess, let me know.
By the way,
I'm only accepting people worse than me.
The other show that he and Sarah are really getting into is the Jeffrey Dahmer show.
Yeah, it's weird to say that we're like enjoying it and like getting into it. Really messed up dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, just really it's a great show though. Great show.
And the funny thing, they were talking about it the other night. The funny thing is, their question is, didn't anyone see the signs that this was kind of a guy not playing with a full deck?
Yeah, I'm really curious, like how exact these depictions are, like with these red flags that pop up. Like, him and his dad were picking spoilers. If I don't know if it's a spoiler, but anyways, him and his dad would like pick up roadkill off the side of the road and then go home and dissect it. Like,
who does that?
a little weird,
Yeah.
a little weird. Although there are like
And then-
people that are into like what's it called? Taxonomy? Is that what it's called?
Taxidermy.
Taxidermy. Taxonomy. What is taxonomy? Is a thing, but what is that? Taxidermy, or like, you know, people that end up being like doing autopsies and stuff. That is like a weird fascination, but for the good side of it. But
And didn't
still,
Sarah-
red flags.
Didn't Sarah say there was a class in school that was dissecting a pig?
pigs, yeah.
And then Jeffrey Dahmer said, "Do you mind if I take this home?"
Yeah, can I take one home? Yeah. And the
does
teacher was
that?
like, no one's ever asked me that before, but sure. Yeah. Crazy. The last question was the one that I wanted to get to. It was, would you rather, let me see.
You have there quickly.
Yeah. Would you rather be clean? No, sorry, the second to last. Would you rather be half your height or double your weight? Abby said she had a good question. Wait, where'd it go? Was it Abby?
It disappeared.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so
Where are we at?
these are answers to Would You Rather.
Buy me some time.
And the question was, would you rather be half your height or double your weight? I said I'd rather be half my height, which would be about 3 feet tall, because I don't want to be 410 pounds. And I just think life would be so difficult.
Did I imagine this?
You can't find it?
No.
What do you
Am
think?
I going crazy?
What do you think it was?
It was something about like if you're half your height, are you still the same weight? I think,
Oh,
which was a great point.
good point.
I thought.
Good point.
Maybe
So
I'm.
if I'm-
I don't know. Maybe I'm losing my mind.
That is a good question because let's say, in my case, let's say I'm 3 feet tall, but still 205 pounds. Would that be the equivalent of me
Here it is.
being 6 feet tall and 400 pounds?
Wait, do we keep our same weight and half the height?
Right.
Yeah. No, it's a great point. It's a great point. And now I don't know what my answer is. Now my answer is neither, but you can't do that.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, because I don't know if I'm 3 feet tall and the same weight, like that
And
would
you're
still
200
that would
pounds.
still be kind of miserable. No,
Right.
like that's still.
I would think.
I don't know. What's the science behind it? What's the better answer? Neither.
Why would you rather have to have so many gray areas?
Okay, no. Here we go. You ready?
All right.
I'm gonna say. Well, first off, I do think because just based on would you rather and how we're experts. I feel at this
Yes,
point.
at this
I
point.
do think half your height, you wouldn't be the same weight you are now. I
Right,
think you'd be
because-
like a normal weight for being half your height.
because half of you wouldn't be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
like that.
also think
I like that.
if you're half your height and say you're the same weight, I think you could work out and like lose weight if you wanted to. I think you could lose weight at half your height. But because the question is specifically about weight, if you choose double your weight, you're double your weight. Like that's what you are.
Okay. I like it.
That's my interpretation.
I like your
so I
reasoning.
stick with my answer of half the height.
And finally, you said you had some top 5 suggestions. Songs.
I think we got to most of them.
Oh, okay.
Let me see if there's any.
Songs that should not be played at a wedding. So we mentioned Before He Cheats.
Yep.
I still haven't found what I'm looking for. You Give Love a Bad Name.
I Will Survive, Diane says.
All My Exes Live in Texas.
Diane says, just curious, Matt, maybe none of my business, but you're so young for back troubles. Does that got anything to do with being a catcher for all those years? Maybe. This was like the first time I've had back troubles, though. So I think I'm fingers crossed. I'm hoping this was just like a freak thing.
Right. I think catchers have more of an issue with knees.
Knees. Yeah. Maybe, though. I don't know.
And I remember, if anyone else coached youth baseball, I remember telling these kids, especially when we played double headers in fall ball, I would always tell these guys, make sure you go home on ice. But they were 15 years old.
Exactly.
So
we ain't
they're
got
like,
time for that.
I don't need ice. It's like, yes, you
I got to
do.
play video games. I don't have time to ice.
Yes,
okay?
you do need to ice.
I'll tell you one thing. The heating pad has been my saving grace.
And that heating pad,
It's like
Was my mother-
150 years old.
that was my father's heating pad.
It's probably not safe at all. Like I probably like run the risk of like lighting my chair on
That's
fire.
gotta be 50 plus years old.
It's solid. Smells a little bit, but it's solid. Love it.
All right, we got to wrap up.
We do. We got to go
Yeah.
see Charles.
Again, as we said, we the puppies. We have 6 of them because at our house we have 3.
We don't personally have 6.
Yeah, we have
We
one
have
dog.
one dog, yeah.
Sarah has 2. Kat has 1. And then Josh's parents have 2. So we have 6 dogs going to a kennel in Dartmouth.
Yeah.
So
Good thing we clarified because I'm pretty sure it's like a rule. Like you can't have more than like a certain number of dogs. I think it's more than 3. You can't have more than 3 or else you like have to like, I don't know, declare yourself a kennel.
Oh, really?
It's something like that. I don't know.
Wow.
Someone tell me the fact. I'm pretty sure I saw something like that.
Or you become like the cat.
So when you were like, we have 6 dogs. No, we don't. We don't have 6 dogs. That sounds awful, having 6 dogs. That's crazy.
So we've got the rehearsal today, then the rehearsal dinner, then Kat and Josh get married tomorrow.
Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah.
Chicken dance coming at you.
Celebrate into the night.
Yep.
So, yeah. Anyway, have a great week. It was good to be back with you. Glad you're feeling better.
Thank you.
All right.
Glad to be here.
And as we always say, no matter what, go out and make it a great day.
Peace.